Hey, Greg and Scott here for Party Foul, and we're going to talk about TempleCon. This is our first con. We're
Yes.
con virgins.
We are.
We're going to talk about what we're going to be doing there, why we're going, and how we've done a little bit of preparation, or at least the sort of preparation we've done, not knowing exactly what it's
What
going to
we're
be
doing,
like.
yeah.
We've talked to some people that have been there and about their experiences and stuff, so we think we're ready. Hopefully we are. So why are we going? Why are you going, Scott?
Well, last year we really wanted to go, and married with kids, sometimes just not going to work. Hey, wife, can I go to? No. Oh, crap. So last year when TempleCon was going on, Greg told his wife and I told my wife that we were both going, so that we used our situations against each other.
So
Because
we
if
can't-
I
we
was
can't
going,
mandate.
then Greg was going.
Yeah.
And then it was okay. So we kind of played each other off each other. Yeah, whatever.
It kind of worked.
It worked. So they both said okay. So we gave the wives a year notice.
Yeah.
So they really had a hard time to say
If you
no.
are married, you should probably give them a fair bit of notice. Unless you've got an awesome wife like Tim Fun.
Yes.
So that's how we sort of got permission to go, because we have wives and all that stuff. But why are we going? Why are we going? Why do you want to go?
I want to play, man.
Yeah.
I just want to go have some fun and bash heads. It seems to be a really big con for Canadians.
Yeah.
It's still 8-9 hour drive from our area, but
It's close enough.
our
Definitely close enough.
store and local stores, there's 30 people I know going.
That's awesome.
That is
So we're
crazy.
going to know some people there. We got some friends that are going. We got some people from the store that we regularly play at that are going. And the reasons why I'm interested in going is that it's going to be a lot of fun. It's not really to win into getting the Masters and stuff like that. We don't have that
We
kind
don't
of
have that
expectation.
delusion.
No. We want to go. We want to meet new people and play against people that are outside of our meta, expand our experience, that type of thing, and meet some new people and get the Party Foul sort of name.
We're going to whore
out
ourselves
there.
off a lot. So see Party Foul.
Yes. If you see this, come up, say hi. Tell
Play
us.
us.
Tell
You
us how
wanna-
much you hate our videos and you want
Yeah.
to punch us in the face.
Iron Arena, whatever, just drag us out there. We'll have games with you for sure.
Yeah, we've booked ourselves into a lot of tournaments. We don't know if we're going to actually be able to manage to do all of them. But
Tell them
we're gonna
about your
try.
nightmare day. It's gonna be like,
So we're going to drive down Thursday. We're leaving at like 9 a.m. We'll get there late in the evening. We'll probably have dinner and drink and maybe catch up with a few people that went down earlier to do the tier tournament and that type of thing. And then Friday morning, we're going to start the team tournament. It's me and Scott and our buddy Emil. And that's going to be a freaking 12-hour day. No easy. We're all going to be wearing these shirts. And then that night, we both signed up for the midnight qualifier, which is 35 point. Yeah, I'm hoping that I'll still have the motivation to do it after a whole day of team tournament. And then after that, I'm up for 9 to go to hardcore.
I'm at 10.
10 for
Playing
standard issue. And then at 6 p.m., I'm signed up for the Senior Pro Tour, which I'm very excited because I'm going to be wearing this shirt and playing my pigs. So
Greg is old. He's allowed to
yes,
play
I'm
in the
allowed to
Senior
be
Pro
40
Tour.
plus.
Not so old. I gotta wait a few years.
Gotta wait, and his birthday's after TempleCon, so he's gotta wait extra time. But I'm gonna play my pigs. I'm really excited about that. I'm just hoping that I lose hardcore early enough that I'll be able to go to Senior Pro Tour. Because if I've won 3 or 4 rounds of hardcore, I might be like, oh, I must hold on. But no, I'm gonna do Senior Pro Tour. So those are the events I'm doing. Scott's doing the team
Pretty much the same
tournament,
thing,
midnight, and the standard issue. Can't do Senior Pro Tour, and then we're planning on splitting on Sunday because neither of us are going to qualify for Masters, and we got to get back and see our wives and stuff. We'd love to hang around and watch Masters. So that's what we're doing. We're driving down. We're staying in the hotel right there, which for me was like a must. I don't want to be tracking my War Machine junk all over to the hotel and stuff like that. We have talked to some people that say you just like pack your miniatures on your tray and
Down to the elevator, you're like, hey, how's it going?
Yeah. Yes, I'm a super nerd. And you go down and you play. I'm going to see how that goes. I'd like having my bag with me, but I don't know. We'll see. So in terms of, I'll tell you how I pack my bag, but first I'll tell you how many factions, casters, and lists that I'm taking for those, assuming that I do all those.
I'll do mine first because it's a lot easier. For us, when we said last year we were going to go play TempleCon, I'm normally a Signar player. We'd started Domination League, and I was like, I'll use my trolls. So I used E-Madrak, and I got really good with him, and I really enjoyed it. Then I started playing Runes, which was also a ton of fun. So then I said I'm going to do the year trolls. So basically, from last TempleCon to today, I've been playing trolls almost non-stop.
And that's very common for con players to like do a whole year of a faction.
I played 4 games with Khador because I started Khador because I'm stupid, and I think I've done maybe 5 games of Signar over this last year, so that's it. Otherwise, it's been trolls. Basically, Runes and E-Madrak, because I want to play them at TempleCon, I want to be good with them, and I want to know my list inside and out. So when I play guys using stuff I don't know, I can still maybe make a game of it because I know my list so good. So for my prep, I played all year. I played Store Wars. I played every tournament. Runes, E-Madrak, boom, done. So that's all I'm taking. I'm just taking those 2 lists. Unless I go play Iron Arena, then I'll bring out some more trolls. But I'm just bringing my trolls. Signar, staying home.
And it's probably good to play those lists over and over again, because if you go to the Midnight Qualifier on Saturday, you're probably going to be dead freaking tired. And a lot of stuff better just be by memorization and rote by playing it over and over again. Yeah,
Focus
exactly.
this, dump this, allocate, boom, move, done. Okay,
so you're just basically taking for the competitive player playing 2 casters.
That's it. Just doing those 2 lists.
And 4 if you do 35, right? Because you'll have to play. You'll have to pare down those lists.
Is it 2 lists for the 35?
I'm pretty sure it's 2 lists.
God.
DC1.
I might not play that. We played a 35 game just 2 days ago.
Mistakes were made.
Oh my god, I cannot play. It's horrible.
35 feels incredibly weird now, because I think we've been playing 50 for like 2 years solid now and not gone back. And 35 is like a completely different meta. There's different casters that do crazy things and stuff.
And I just don't play those ones.
Yeah, and I think that's the first time I've played Convergence at 35 points, and it's awkward. It feels awkward anyways. So
that's me, and that's me getting ready, and I'm done. I'm just basically taking my thing of trolls, and I'm easy. Greg, on the other hand, has complicated his life by deciding to take more crap.
Yes, I've got
so I'm going to go back over
casters.
there behind the camera, and I'm going to let Greg open his bag up and show you all his crap.
Packed all that crap in this one bag. All set?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to tell you, this is all the stuff I need to bring. Everything's in the bag. I've got my model board to take.
Custom made by
Adam Young. You can contact him, Gramoogle at something.
I don't know.
Scott will put a little banner up there or whatever, right? So that's the board. It's great. It's got lots of small bases for my Axis tier. It holds Colossals. It's got pegs. Great thing to have. Like it if it was a little deeper so people didn't fall off, but I'm going to be careful. I got my Axiom. I haven't exactly decided how I'm going to transport him. I'm going to have to get some foam to stick him in or something like that. I'm only taking 1. I'm not doing anything stupid like playing Iron Mother and Carrier Group and stuff like that. So to all your Iron Mother players, she doesn't agree with me. Me and her, we don't get along. So to get to my bag. So in my bag, I've got 7 lists, 2 factions, 5 casters. So it felt like a lot of models, but when I get down to it, I'm playing Pharaoh and I'm playing Convergence. So there's a lot of overlap. It's not like there's a ton of choice in those 2 factions. So I'm getting a lot of those units in Warjacks and stuff like that, and War Beasts in different lists. So this is a great bag. This is the Battle Foam. I don't know what the number is, whatever. It's the War Machine bag. It's great. Scott's got yours is slightly bigger, right, with a trolley and stuff like that.
wheels and stuff.
Wheels, he's cool. So, I've got 2 trays of this. This is my Minions token set and beads and stuff like that. It's got its own set of dice and whatnot, so I've got a separate one all lined up for Convergence, and it's got precision measuring and all the tokens and everything like that. So that's my tokens. They're all separated. I'm only bringing tokens for the casters that I'm going to be using, just to slim down my token set. I mean, because Scott's got a troll one that's just piles and piles of little wood tokens, and he's never going to find anything. Alright, and then I'm going to pack markers to do marking with. Numerous ones, just in case, because, people run out of them and whatnot. I also packed a number of permanent markers and pens. It's important to bring pens, because you're going to go and you have to fill out your lists and write down results and stuff like that. And you should bring multiple of those, because they generally get thieved, or you lend them to somebody and they never come back. So bring lots of that stuff. I brought, 3 sets of templates or something, because stuff happens and they go missing as well. I generally go to a tournament and I lose a spray or a blast or something like that. In the front pocket, I've got rec markers for my Axis tier, so they're ready to go. And what do I have in this one? Oh, I have these really cool PP ring sets. I don't necessarily need them for my tiers very much, but I actually really like them for determining blasts and stuff like that, because you can put them right down over the model and then do another one. Those are great. I have Colossal rec markers and a few other measuring tapes. I brought extra measuring tapes, so I have the one that I normally use, and I brought 2 extras just in case I got a break, or in case a buddy forgot his or his breaks or something like that. We got it covered. And then once I got over here, I got measuring tape and laser guide. And then once I actually get in, I took out the top foam for most of it to make room for another small base tray. So normally there's one of these in between each layer, but I took those out to make extra room so I could put in an extra layer of soft foam. So you got almost full trays on everything. So I got small base trays for Convergence, medium base stuff and some Slaughterhousers. Then I got all my Pig War Beasts in a big tray, and my Convergence Warjacks and Enigma Foundries, some odd shaped stuff like Angels and whatnot, some small based pig stuff, and at the bottom I just brought some extra servitors and some extra, because I've magnetized all my convergence jacks. I brought some extra weapon arms and stuff like that. Just in case I get silly and want to change my list for some reason, I can actually do that. I don't plan on that. It's really a bad idea to play lists that you haven't played before when you go into a tournament. I'm sure it's a really bad idea when you go to a con. So I'm just planning on sticking with what I got, and everything's all in one bag. I made my own objectives for my conversion stuff, which I'm really excited about. They're pretty cool and whatnot. And happy that it all fit in one bag. I feel sorry for people if they got to carry multiple bags and stuff like that. Some people bring their as many models as they can because they may try to tailor their lists or something like that when they see the sort of makeup of the tournament, but not me. I'm going to play what I know and what's going to be like muscle memory and stuff like that. And in the back, this is the best part about this bag, I think, there is, you can see it, a place to put all your cards. So I've got my LuCant 50 list, my Axis 50 list, my Syntherian 35, the cards for my LuCant 35. This is Dr. Arcadius for 50, Helga for 50, and then just a bunch of extra cards and protectors, because you never know if you lose a card, or you lose a protector, or wreck it, or somebody comes up to you and like, do you have an extra modulator card, man? I'm desperate. And I use cards. I think not everybody uses cards at tournaments. Some people use War Room if they have a tablet and they trust the battery and stuff like that. I like to use cards because you can hand the card to your opponent to see the damage, or if I'm marking damage, I usually put it up to the mid-table and mark it so that my opponent can see me marking the damage and see if anything's been crippled and stuff like that. So I really like that aspect of this bag. I don't know what bag you have, but this is a great bag. You should get something like this. And that's me. I'm all prepped and ready to go. I went and did a paint through. So I checked to make sure that all my arcs were done. I checked to make sure that all the models are discernible from each other. So if my Syntherian list, I've got 4 galvanizers. I want my opponent and myself to be able to know which one's which. So I made sure they're all clearly identified. Same thing with my units and my war beasts. I actually went through all my pig war beasts and I wrote their little names on the back. I mean, my opponent might not be able to see that, but it's clearly marked and I should know which one. And then I went to my cards and I wrote on a permanent marker, this is the purple galvanizer, and then I colored the little picture area purple so that if it's sitting there, my opponent can quickly look and go, there's the purple galvanizer, there's the purple card, I can see what damage is on it. So you want to be clear, don't want any mess ups happening or anything like that. I'm going to do one more check through next week before we go, just to make sure there's no damage, there's no chipping or anything like that, because I want all my pretty toys to be as pretty as possible. And that's it. I feel ready. I'm super excited. And hopefully we see you there. I don't know if Scott wants to say anything before we go. No, he's good. But if you see us there, come up and say hi and buy us a drink.